Hello everyone, and welcome back to Real Conversations, the podcast where we tackle life's toughest questions with honesty, compassion, and different perspectives. I'm Maya.
And I'm Daniel. Today we're discussing a question that many people struggle with after they've been deeply hurt. Should your boyfriend's or husband's family experience the same evil that he did to you? This question comes from a place of real pain. Whether someone has experienced betrayal, abuse, abandonment, manipulation, or another serious wrong, it's natural to wonder about justice and accountability.
Before we begin, we want to acknowledge that if you've been hurt, your pain is real. Today's conversation isn't about minimizing what happened. It's about exploring whether revenge brings healing, and what justice actually looks like.
Let's start with why someone might ask this question. When people experience deep hurt, they often don't just want justice. They want the person responsible to truly understand the pain they caused. Sometimes that desire expands beyond the individual. People think, why should his family continue living happily while I suffer?
Exactly. It's an emotional response. When we're wounded, our minds naturally search for balance. If I lost everything, why shouldn't they? That feeling doesn't necessarily make someone a bad person. It means they're hurting. The important question is whether acting on that feeling actually helps.
There's also another layer. Sometimes families enable harmful behavior. Maybe they ignored warning signs. Maybe they defended the person. Maybe they blamed the victim. Those situations make emotions even more complicated. But we still have to ask, does everyone deserve the same punishment?
Justice and revenge often look similar at first. Both respond to wrongdoing. But they're very different. Justice seeks accountability. Revenge seeks suffering.
That's a powerful distinction. Justice asks, how do we stop this from happening again? Revenge asks, how do I make them hurt like I hurt? One builds. The other usually destroys.
Imagine someone cheats on you. Justice might mean ending the relationship. Seeking counseling. Going to court if there were legal issues. Protecting yourself. Revenge might mean trying to destroy their family relationships, career, or reputation regardless of who gets hurt. Those are very different responses.
And here's something psychologists often point out. People imagine revenge will bring relief. Sometimes it brings temporary satisfaction. But long-term, many people discover the pain is still there. Because revenge doesn't erase trauma. Healing does.
Let's talk specifically about family. Should parents suffer because their son hurt someone? Should siblings? Children? Grandparents? Most ethical systems say no. People are responsible for their own actions.
Now, there's an exception worth discussing. If family members actively participated, if they lied, covered up abuse, encouraged violence, or threatened the victim, then they're accountable for their own behavior. Not because they're related. Because of what they themselves chose to do.
Exactly. Responsibility belongs to the person making the choice. Otherwise, we'd be punishing innocent people simply because of who they related to. That's a dangerous principle.
Let's look at a few viewpoints. From a moral perspective. Most philosophies teach that people answer for their own actions. Not someone else's.
Spiritually, many traditions encourage justice, but also warn against revenge consuming our hearts. Forgiveness, in many traditions, doesn't mean saying the wrong was acceptable. It means refusing to let hatred control your future. Let's take some example when you go to a voodoo man to curse someone. Family example like the daughter will not meet good men, or their sons will not meet good women from generation to generation. Just imagine in the long run a member of your family later get married to a generation from that person you have cursed. At the end of the day it will still affect you in a way. Because we don't know where our generation will go to. Let revenge be for thy Lord.
I agree with you, Maya. Psychologically, Holding on to revenge often keeps people emotionally tied to the person who hurt them. Healing usually begins when your future becomes more important than their punishment.
That's not easy. It's a process. Sometimes it takes years. And sometimes professional counseling helps.
So where do we land? If someone hurt you, they should be held accountable. If laws were broken, justice should be pursued. If boundaries need to be set them. If the relationship needs to end it. But intentionally wishing harm on innocent family members rarely leads to peace.
Your healing matters. Your safety matters. Your future matters. You deserve justice. You deserve support. And most importantly, you deserve the chance to live a life that's no longer defined by the person who hurt you.
Thank you for joining us today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who may need encouragement. Remember, healing isn't forgetting. It's choosing not to let pain have the final word.
Take care of yourselves, and please don't forget to share, like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us for more. By doing this you are encouraging us to bring in more meaningful topic your way. We'll see you next time on Real Conversations. Love you all.